The move to hybrid work opened up a whole new world of cybersecurity threats. In response, Microsoft has accelerated the adoption of a zero trust approach. Here to tell us more is Principal Service Engineer Kristen Burke. Hello, Kristen.
Hi, Allison. Hi, everyone. I'm a blonde woman wearing a fuchsia top, sitting in my home office.
Amazing. So, Kristen, the security threat landscape has obviously become more intense with ransomware, phishing, nation state attacks. We hear this all the time. Given this new reality we're all in, how does your team help defend Microsoft?
Our internal digital security and resilience team uses the same Microsoft software and tools that we bring to market and the same zero trust approach that we recommend to our customers. Zero trust means we verify everything we can, including identity and device health. We give users just enough access to stay productive, but not enough to create unnecessary risk. And we assume breach, which means we are constantly hunting through our own data to try to find threats that we assume are already inside our environment.
Okay, so let's talk about threats here, finding the attacks that are already inside. Tell me more.
Think of it like a funnel for billions of everyday events within a company, opening an email, creating a file, adding a user to a team. We collect these potentially relevant events in order to find the likely threats. Narrowing this threat funnel is how we keep our SOC focused on the true threats to the company, because we can't and shouldn't respond to every event. In an average month, we use Microsoft Azure Sentinel to see 600 billion events that could signal threats in conjunction with other events.
600 billion events. So that's like hunting for specific grains of sand on like a half-mile beach.
It's probably worse than that. It's like filtering the entire beach to curate the separate grains of sand that could form patterns that would signal something bad.
Oh my gosh, we have to connect the grains of sands now. Clearly, we're going to need some help. I imagine AI and machine learning helps out here.
Exactly. We leverage the threat intelligence that's curated by our product teams and security researchers, and they put them in our XDR tools. The threat analytics feature inside of Microsoft 365 Defender, along with Microsoft Defender for Endpoint's rich research driven behavioral alerts, leverage data science to help filter these 600 billion events down to fewer than 10,000 alerts per month.
Okay, so from 600 billion to 10,000, that seems good, but still quite a big number there.
It is. And of course, 10,000 is way too much for a SOC to handle. So, one thing we do is utilize our tools capabilities to prioritize the greatest risks and save time on manual steps that our SOC has to take. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 Automated Investigation and Response, or AIR, triages user reported phish and reduces the amount of time that the analyst has to spend on manual analysis of the email. The tool filters out low threat cases like spam and takes action in batching emails for deletion, blocking URLs, and helps fight phishing within minutes instead of hours. We've also reduced the manual workflow by using Microsoft Defender for Endpoint AIR to automatically clean up commodity malware we see, delete files, and remove scheduled tasks, and letting us know that the problem has been remediated.
Wow, there's a lot of automation and definitely some cool tech going on there, but there's got to be a point where the humans have to step in still, right?
Yes, they are very important to us still. We're working side by side with these systems. Our analysts are called into action for about 3,500 cases per month, and all the data is curated for them and ready to go with additional layers of automation. The SOC built a bot on top of Microsoft Bots framework that utilizes Microsoft Defender APIs to pull the important data for the analyst. This saves time for the analyst having to go back and forth between screens and helps the analyst take remediation tasks and determine if it's really a true positive and needs action immediately. SOCs can also leverage playbooks within Sentinel to assign tasks to the right team and give further resolution to incidents and clear out those false positives.
Wow.
Automation makes things easier for us for sure.
Absolutely. So in all, about how many remediations are we talking about?
It's about 500 remediations, saving the company from 500 attacks.
Wow, I can't imagine. And that could have been so many more without all of this technology that you've walked us through.
Yes, absolutely. If we
Absolutely.
didn't have these practices, it would be more.
I don't want to imagine how many more. Where can folks go for any tips on how they can narrow their own threat funnel?
They can absolutely go and get the key takeaways from my blog that was just posted, and you will see a link right at the end of this segment. And thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. For those of you who want to check out Kristen's blog, thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to visit it at aka.ms/zerotrust.